Okay, tribe, let's cook some Njama Njama. This is the garden huckleberry. I will show you how you can easily cook Njama Njama. So this is like freshly harvested Njama Njama, and I saved this just so that I can show you. I've already processed some. It's in this tub with water right now. But when you harvest your Njama Njama, it's gonna look something like this. And you want to go ahead and pick the leaves from the stems, okay? And then keep the tender stems in. So if this one is tough, we don't want this one, we discard it. So we're gonna pick the tender and throw away the tough stems just like so. When I have a very large quantity of Njama Njama to pick, I do use kitchen shears. This is basically a knife in scissors form. So I use this when I have a very large quantity of Njama Njama to prepare. Okay, I'm done picking the leaves from the stems, and this is what it looks like. So what we're going to do now is just make sure we wash this thoroughly at least 3 times. So this will be the first time. I have a colander in this other side of the sink, this other basket. So it'll drain in there. You wash it really good and remove it like so, because there might be stuff, you know, like ground, like soil, right? Whatever growing medium, it might have been on the leaves. Actually, it will be on the leaves. You know, maybe insects would want everything to settle at the bottom. And if you're very environmentally friendly, you want to take this back to the garden, which is okay. So I'll wash it 2 more times and then we'll be back. Okay, so I bring a pot of water to boil, just like so. And then I like to add some salt to the water. This is just how I do it. Traditionally, they don't do it this way, but I prefer to blanch my Njama Njama before cooking it. So I'm going to add some salt just to season it, and then I hear it maintains a green color as well. And then I'm going to use this wooden stick. You can use a wooden spoon or whatever spoon you have, and just try to flip it so it cooks evenly. I'm going to let this come to a boil. Meanwhile, I will be tasting it just to make sure it is cooked perfectly and not overcooked. It's ready. It's now ready. So we're going to go ahead and strain this, cool it down immediately. Okay, we're just going to set this aside now. As the water continues to strain out and it cools down, and then we'll prepare the rest of the ingredients. So these are the ingredients I'm going to use. Onions, and these are from my garden. Okay, traditionally they don't put onions in Njama Njama, but I do. I'm going to use tomatoes. Traditionally they don't use tomatoes, but I do. It adds the umami flavor, and more people who are not Wimboom people will enjoy eating Njama Njama when you cook it this way. And then I'm also going to be adding some peppers from my garden. I'm not going to use all of it, but we'll add some of that. And I am going to use some oil to saute all of this in. I'm going to use palm oil, but if you don't have palm oil, you can use vegetable oil. Actually, I'm going to mix half and half, like half vegetable oil, half palm oil. So let's go ahead and chop the veggies, and then we get cooking. So we have our pot here with vegetable oil inside. I'm going to go ahead and saute the onions. So I didn't add the palm oil at this point because that palm oil has a very low smoke point. So we're going to saute this for a few minutes until it is fragrant. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the tomatoes. I'm going in with the peppers whole for flavor, and then if somebody wants the heat, they can burst it open or press the pepper like we say. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cook. Actually, I will cook all of them. I'll take them out. For now, I just want this to be flavored. While the tomato cooks, guys, I'm just running my knife through the veggies just so that the leaves are not very big. Again, this is my way of cooking Njama Njama. So I don't want huge, humongous leaves, so I'm just gonna cut it with a knife like so. Now I'm going to fish out the peppers. We'll add them back at the end. And the tomatoes are ready. You don't want to overcook the tomatoes so that they're too dry. You want it like so. And at this point, I'm going to add some of the palm oil, just a little, for color and for taste. You can cook it entirely with palm oil or entirely with the vegetable oil. Now, we're going to introduce our Njama Njama. This is the final stage. Our Njama Njama is almost ready. Guys, if you have enjoyed this video or if you have found any kind of value at all, please do me a favor by at least giving the video a thumbs up, interact with me in the comment section below, and share the video. Thank you. Thank you for helping me promote this ministry. Guys, this Njama Njama is traditionally a vegetarian dish, but if you want, you can add whatever protein of choice. You can add beef, you can add chicken, and we traditionally eat this with something known as fufu corn in this case. The fufu is made with corn flour, like dry corn flour, and yeah, it is done. It is not very difficult at all to cook Njama Njama. Again, kindly give the video a thumbs up. Remember to grow a garden. That's the beginning of health. Until next time, bye-bye.